All right, good morning. This is yours truly. I'm not gonna say my name. All right, I am in Jamaica presently, and I have just entered the north-south highway link. That is to say, the highway that links Ocherius, or the north coast, to the south coast in Jamaica. This is the first leg, which was completed recently, opened I think in October, that's 2014. Oh, by the way, today's date is the 15th of October 2014. I have just entered the highway. It's a 4-lane highway for the most part. 2 lanes running in either directions, and of course the natural normal slow lane for slow moving vehicles. So at some point you may have 3 lanes going uphill. Now the road is nicely decked with safety features, cutting edge. I won't say the name of the contractor or the persons who designed it, but you may research that on your own. Now I'm heading down a nice incline. This is about a 9% or maybe about 10% slope hill. Alright, some works going on to my left over there. And if you're wondering how is it that I'm videoing while driving, well, I'm within the speed limit, and I'm taking a chance. Yes, I know it's illegal, but just wanted to capture this moment of being on this highway. Works going on both sides of the highway still, because actually this portion ends in Moneague, and then it will ultimately, the next leg will go from Moneague to somewhere on the north coast, I think between Ocherius and St. Anne's Bay. Not sure of the exact point that it will make connection with the north coast highway. Alright, but a speed limit of 80 kilometers an hour, and I'm doing just that now, so you can see that I'm not going above and beyond that. Alright, I'm well within the limits. Alright, so alright, there's no excuse for videoing along the highway while driving. Alright, it's pretty much quiet at this time of the day. The rush hour traffic is out. I'm seeing some police up ahead, so I won't keep this video up and foremost. I'll just keep it on the low for the time being. Yes, we have the highway patrols. They're right up ahead there. I will not push my luck with them. Alright, they are there to protect and to serve and to reassure, and I will not push my luck with them. Alright, but for the most part, a nice bit of engineering, which I'll show you as we go along. But let me just hide this camera. Alright, I'm passing the police officers just now. They're doing their job, and I don't have a problem with them. Just show respect for them. Alright, am I a criminal? Judging yourself. Alright, I am back to square one. Still going up a nice little incline. Nice bit of cutting into the rocks, terrace type cuttings up ahead. That kind of thing. Safety features, which I will get to in a few minutes. Alright, so if you have not been to Jamaica, you're missing out, and this is promoting my country. Yeah, we're not all bad people. Yes, some bad stuff happened, but we just need to get our acts together in many respects, and of course the good outweighs the bad. So I won't say it's all bad here in JA. Alright, just fly over there to another community. The safety features along the roadway includes fencing to keep out animals. There's a goat on the hillside, somebody getting rid of it. There's a person tracking it down because they are not supposed to be on the highway. So systems are in place to regulate how the highway is used and what has access to it, and so on and so forth. Alright, that's another flyover to an adjoining community. Oh, I think that's a Bauxite Hall Road. that we're crossing under now. Right, there's a haul truck passing up on my right. Alright, because you may not know that Jamaica is one place where it's rich in bauxitic soil, alright, which is mined and processed in order to obtain aluminum. Alright, now that's one of the processing plants involved in the processes, alright, of constructing this highway. I from my limited knowledge, I think they've done a mighty fine job, because never in my wildest imaginations I would have imagined that these hills could have been cut down in the way that they have cut down. And of course, yes, we environmentalists, yes, I'm an environmentalist, we talk about fragmentation of land and all of that, you know, but our topography does not allow for the building of highways on pure plains, if I might put it that way. We really have to cut through some hills and make some curves and turns that other countries, which are mainly flat in their topography, you know, would have access to. All right, here's another nice cut through a hill. Yes, fragmentation, but fragmentation for a purpose. You know, nice terrace cuts in the hills on my left and my right. All right, it's about 17 kilometers long. Please research that to make sure that I'm giving you correct information. I will get to the point where you see the safety features which were put in place downhill to ensure, or to secure rather, the vehicles that are traveling downhill that probably, you know, would develop brake failures or mechanical problems that would otherwise cause them to lose control of the vehicle and, you know, just, you know, go downhill and, you know, probably lose a life or something to that effect. You know, the emergency numbers are all posted along the highway, toll-free numbers. You know, so in the event that you're on the road and you have an emergency, you just call that number there, and, you know, somebody will get. All right, there, that's the beginning of the 8% incline. I am now at that point where the limits are in place and the weight, maximum speed, RPM, etc., 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 are posted on that device there. Now these are the warning features. If you notice, you might hear a little vibration in the background. These tell you that you're about to approach the incline, which will require extreme caution, and I'm going to apply my cautionary principles while videoing. Nice bit of engineering up there for retaining the wall and the side wall cut there. Nice cuts on my right. Features, you might not be able to see it in the video, but it has a nice bit of mesh covering to prevent rock fall, etc. I think if you have a slide it might break, but at least it prevents or reduces rock fall. Now in the distance you're looking at St. Catherine, Ewarton to be exact. If I was on the other side of the road, then you would actually see Ewarton Works. Well, maybe you'll be able to get a chance to see it. Now this is a nice bit of engineering. I give them, put it this way, I give them 9 out of 10 for the work that they've done here in bringing this bit of work. There are some of the workmen along the roadway trying not to get their faces in the picture too much. Alright, don't want any publicity here unnecessarily. Alright, in distance is Ewarton Works. You might not be able to see it, but there goes the hill. Nice bit of engineering. I'm gonna put my window down so maybe you'll be able to get a view of the outside. Alright. Too much wind, no, you can't handle that. Alright, here's a nice bit of engineering again to my left, retaining structures in place to keep the rock from falling, the rock slides, etc. Alright, we continue downhill, trucks going uphill, we go across, down and across. Alright, 2.5 kilometers left along this downhill trend. There's the escape lane, right? It's called an escape lane. So I'm approaching now one of the safety features of this highway, which really shows, you know, or highlights a safety feature. Yes, a safety feature right ahead. It's for in the event that a vehicle gets out of control, you know, the person would have the option of going up that incline. It's a sand bed, etc., etc., where a vehicle would go. So it's an escape lane. A heavy unit in front of me here, I'm passing it. There's another one downhill which I think is a little more, you know, sharp in its climb. You know, there's Yorton Works, you know, etc. Good. All right, another feature coming into it. So the highway is pretty safe. It gives you these warnings, you know, rough bit of movement, and they get closer and closer, so it warns you that you're going down another bit of, you know, road that is sharp in its descent. All right, here goes the other feature for arresting the vehicle in the event of mechanical problem, brake failure, etc., etc. All right, so that's on my left. I'm not going up there because my vehicle is doing well for the time being. All right, so this is the north-south link highway again. Nice bit of engineering. I basically finished the steep slope. This is a better view of Yorton Works, etc., etc. Hills in the background. You might not be able to see it clearly on my video, but there's a bit of coconut in the distance. I am approaching the Linstead Bogwalk area of St. Catherine. And of course, when I entered the highway, I entered in St. Anna. So since I've been on the highway, which by looking at the time on this video, just about 12 minutes and 5 seconds, I am approaching also the toll booth. Now once I get to the toll booth, I'll close the video. All right, but bear in mind that from the toll booth back to the normal road that is not included in this highway at this point, it's less than, well, just about 1.5 kilometers or maybe a little more. All right, so for those of you who don't know, have never been on this highway, it's a nice little drive. It cuts out Mount Rossa. Yes, it may be bad for business in that area, but for the person who is working with a time-bound sort of traveling experience, this is a nice escape route for you know, that kind of traveler. All right, and in the meantime, I wish all the business people on the Mount Rossa, you know, well, and I hope that their business remain, you know, as rewarding as they would normally be. All right, closing out in short order. So once again, this is yours truly, and I won't give my name. I'm a Jamaican. All right, just for anonymity. All right, enjoy, and looking forward to seeing you in Jamaica if you have not yet been here. I'm approaching now the toll booth where I'll have to close my camera. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have for yourselves a productive day, and of course, enjoy the beautiful sunshine here in JA. God bless.